Your name, your address, and your phone number are floating around the internet. Easy for strangers, scammers, and companies you've never heard of to find. Data brokers and shady databases collect and sell your private details to anyone willing to pay, putting you at risk of nonstop spam, scams, and fraud. You can't stop them from collecting data, but you can control who gets to keep it. That's why I use Incogni. They remove your private information from more than 420 of these sites automatically. And with their unlimited plan, you get total coverage. If you spot your personal details anywhere else online, just send them the link, and their privacy experts will get it taken down. It's the easiest, most complete way to protect yourself and personal life. Right now, you can lock in 60% off with my exclusive deal at privacykim.com. Go to privacykim.com right now and start protecting your privacy. This is so important. Privacykim.com. That's privacykim.com.
You're listening to The Kim Komando Show. Here's Hour 3.
We've been hearing about drone deliveries, it seems, for how long, Andrew? 5 years?
Well, here in the Valley in Phoenix, didn't we have Walmart doing some testing in Surprise? Maybe Amazon?
Yeah, but people were shooting down the packages.
Well, it is Arizona. Come on. Of course they were.
Well, DoorDash is piloting drone delivery of food in Christiansburg, Virginia. All you need is a clear 2 square meter spot on your property, say your driveway, and boom, it's like raining takeout. That's it. They're going to be launching this in other U.S. cities this year. And I don't know if you heard about this, but did you hear about the new food delivery service that features people wearing really tight jeans?
No,
from the 1980s?
From the 80s? No, this sounds so intriguing.
It's called DoorDash.
Wow. That was such a stretch.
People love my jokes.
Did you start with the punchline and then work backwards with the joke?
No, I started with the story and I was like, oh, DoorDash. And on that happy note, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kim Komando, America's beloved digital goddess, here to entertain and inform you week after week and day after day to make sure that you're always tech ahead and never left tech behind. And of course, that other voice was not me.
Nope.
It was Andrew Babinski, my cohort.
Hi, Kim.
And you can find my award-winning show on over 420 top stations across the United States. And we're streaming in your favorite radio app. And as I like to say, you can also get The Kim Komando Show as a podcast. Yes, we just launched that. The Kim Komando Show is a podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for Komando with a K. And then you can take us on the go. And your steps will be happening so much faster. You'll be losing weight faster. You'll be happier. Your thighs will be thinner. And I don't know if you know this, but we had a Harvard study. And if you listen to the Kim Komando Show, you will actually, gentlemen, get more hair.
Really?
Yes.
That sounds like a lie.
These claims have not been valid.
Yeah, throw that disclaimer on there so we're legal.
Yes, exactly. Alrighty then, every single day I scour all these different websites, I read the white papers, and I talk to industry insiders to make sure that we know what's going on in the tech world. And here are 5 things that you need to master today. And if you're looking for a tech-related job, you have to be really careful. Things that you had over the last 5 to 10 years are gone. I'm talking about software engineering, web development, IT support, network administrators. These are dead-end careers. Artificial intelligence is taking over. 40% of job postings now require AI training and experience in the techverse. And by this time next year, it's going to be closer to 60%. And so the bottom line is this. If you don't already have a path to getting AI somewhere in your life, you need to use it. I mean, you're using AI.
More than ever.
What are you using it for?
I'm using it for prep for my radio show. I host a radio show in Phoenix, Arizona, an iHeartRadio station on KEZ. And I use it for prep. I use it to write emails, reach out to clients. And every time I use it, I have to remind myself, this really helps. I need to use this more.
It's amazing.
It's great. I'm actually might pay for ChatGPT.
I was telling Barry about what we did with Carrie's truck, and he was astounded that Carrie's truck was leaking something in the parking lot.
Right.
And so took ChatGPT with a camera on it, said, here, take a look under the truck. And ChatGPT came back and said, I see moisture by the radiator.
Really?
Yes.
That's kind of scary, but awesome.
All right, so you have a little girl. There's a post on Reddit that's going viral from a concerned mom. The 11-year-old girl went over to a sleepover at her friend's house. That's the first problem. Noticed security cameras in her friend's bedroom. So she went to the friend's parents and said, why are these here? And the parents say, oh, those cameras are in her room for security and we'll just turn them off. But the light on the cameras showed that the cameras were still on. So the girl covered the cameras with a shirt and the parents were notified. They came in and removed the shirt from the camera in the kid's bedroom. So that's when the girl says, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
And she called her mom. Mom picked her up. So mom got in touch with the other mom, and she said that there's only one cam in the room. It's inactive, and it's not used to watch anyone. And then she said, well, it is the first sleepover with my little girl, and I'm sorry about the camera. So the mom and dad are lying.
Right.
And then they got caught in the lie.
Sure.
What would you do?
Well, first of all, I would tell my child, amazing job. Amazing that you recognized that the camera was in there, that you felt uncomfortable, and then you reached out with you being uncomfortable.
100%.
Heard so many weird stories about sleepovers, so that's something you have to impress on your kids. That if they're uncomfortable, just go home. It's okay. Even if your friends are going to make fun of you, it's okay. I would never allow my child to return to that house.
Never.
No, those parents are very untrustworthy.
I never let Ian have a sleepover.
Never?
No. I told him that he could have his friends over our house, but he couldn't go to anybody else's house.
How did he take that?
He was mad.
Okay, good.
But,
of course he is.
But I told him, now he can sleep over, a lot of people's homes if he wants to. But he doesn't. He's got one girlfriend. That I don't trust anybody. And I don't know if there's like a weird Uncle Bob. That's what I told him.
Uh-huh. But also, though, for parents who are going to allow their kids, just tell your kids that Uncle Bobs are possible. And that if Uncle Bob is there, go to an adult you trust or just get out of there.
Just get out. Just leave. All right. I saw this article in The Guardian. And there is a picture at the top of this article. I want you to visualize this. A prisoner is sitting in a cage wearing a VR headset. Okay. Prisons in California are now using virtual reality for inmates in solitary. Samantha Royal Tavar, she's the one in the picture. She spent 3 weeks in solitary. Then one day, shackled to a metal table, she was handed a VR headset from a nonprofit called Creative Arts. She put it on and suddenly she wasn't in prison anymore. She was soaring over Thailand, going to a market, bathing elephants. Carlos Ortega spent 6 months in solitary. He tried to stay human. He'd ask guards, how's your drive going? What's going on in the world? They're like, we don't want to even talk to you. So they gave him the VR headset, and then he was in Paris.
Okay.
And when he was in Paris, he said, I need to straighten up my life. If I ever want to get out of here, I need to really pull my act together. It seems to be working. Infractions, and these are hardened criminals.
Right. If you're in solitary, you were in prison for something,
Bad.
and then you did something bad in prison.
Yes.
They got you put in solitary.
So infractions have dropped 96%.
I believe it. You're giving them hope. You're giving something. You're giving, instead of 4 concrete walls, they get to see what they're missing out on.
So when's the last time you went to Wikipedia?
Ooh, boy.
I know, me too.
Maybe once in the last month?
Apparently, when you have images on Wikipedia, every image has to be free to use. So there are a lot of celebrity images there that are grainy, years old. They don't look good.
Right.
So there's now something called Wiki Portraits. Wiki Portraits. People who are Wikipedia diehards go to red carpet events, award shows, and festivals with all these cameras, and they go up to and they say, listen, your Wikipedia picture is horrible.
So let me take a good one of you that I own the rights to, and I'll donate to Wikipedia. They can post up there.
Succession's Jeremy Strong says, wait, you're from Wikipedia? For the love of God, take down that photo. Please take down that photo. And finally this. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Right.
Can you sing it?
Is that Metallica?
Yeah. Can you sing it?
That's the only part I know. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me fire.
I was never a Metallica fan.
Me either. That's all I know. And that's probably from watching football.
So Apple has the Vision Pro. Not so good. they kind of all but said, we're not really sure we're going to keep making this. It's $3,499.
You mean to tell me it's not sold billions and every single person walking up and down the streets and sitting at a coffee shop is wearing one?
It's a shocker. It's a shocker. So Apple says, we have a really great idea. This is somebody in their marketing department. Metallica's concerts are attended by millions. And what if we film it as if it was a concert just for the Vision Pro? 180-degree video, 3D sound, to make sure that people feel like they're there. As a matter of fact, 14 Apple immersive videos.
Cool.
And we're going to drop it on the Apple TV app. But this is the marketing genius. If you make a demo of the Apple Vision Pro, book a demo with the Apple Vision Pro at your local Apple store, you can preview that concert for free.
But does the concert have the same pizzazz if you're not wearing the Apple Vision Pro?
No. So that's why they are hoping that people are going to flock to the Apple stores and book a demo of this $3,500.
So I can watch one concert once and then put it on a bookshelf and never use it again.
Yes.
I'll pass.
Yes. But can we play a little bit of Metallica just to get that feel for?
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Okay, that's enough. That was it. I couldn't handle it. That is like so stressful.
It is hard music.
It is. You know, why do wind turbines like Metallica?
I don't know.
Because they're huge metal fans.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me.
That should be your rim shot from now on. Anytime you say an awful joke, we just play that.
Oh, God, no. I'll stop telling jokes. I can't do it.
Oh, then we definitely need to implement this plan.
All right. Coming up, we have an unusual scam that turned into a threat. Also going to be talking about if your insurance company says, hey, can we track you? Because then you're going to save big bucks on your insurance. And what's the downside to that? Of course, it's more than just tracking. And then we have your phone calls, and you have me and Andrew. Hey, there's still time for you to win a brand new iPhone 16 Pro at $999 value. I don't know why you haven't entered. I know you haven't. I can see it on your face. Go to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com, because maybe you made a mistake like Andrew did, and you said, you know what? I am going to go Samsung because I am better than iPhones. And then he came crawling back.
What an expensive mistake that was.
But when you first got it, you're like, oh, the camera is so much better.
Yeah.
The experience is so much better.
I did. Yeah. And then I used it for 6 weeks. And I was in tears because I wanted to go back.
And I called you my little green buddy.
But I fixed it. I changed. I came back to the cult.
He did. But for the while, he was like, I'm better than all of you.
Let me pull out my stylist and see if I can check something on the internet. Stupid stylist.
I liked when you were like, how the heck do I do this? I don't know what I'm doing with it. How much did that cost you?
$1,200.
Excellent. Good financial move.
Absolutely.
Love that. We're going to send you over to Dave Ramsey next. Mike in Raleigh, North Carolina. Glad to have you with us. What's going on, Mike?
Kim, this is totally cool to talk to you finally. I've been a fan forever.
Well, awesome. I've been waiting for you to call. I've been sitting here.
Hey, so I just want to make sure, are you the real Kim Commando or a scam?
No, it's not. It's not the real Kim. It's a Kim chatbot. She's powered by ChatGPT.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
kidding. She's real.
I'm right here.
She's right there.
I mean, gosh, I even did my hair today.
After all these scam callers. So I got a question. I do security cameras. Well, I started out at my house just kind of monitoring what's going on outside my neighborhood, and then I put some cameras up at our church, so while we're in service, we can monitor the parking lot, make sure everything's safe. But I have the thing where I want to be able to switch between different cameras without changing apps. I've got different brands. I've got at my house, I have 2 different brands, and I want to be able to switch between different camera views without changing, getting out of one app, going into another. What's a good way, an app or a device I can do that with?
Well, this is not an uncommon problem. A lot of people have different brands. I do too. I have one type. I have like a a Ring camera on the gate, and then I have a Simply Safe camera, and then I've got some Nest cams, and then I've got other cams.
Yeah, and you're right. They're all different apps.
And then instead of just sitting there opening up all these different apps, you're like, oh, and then one closes, and then the picture that you want's gone. You're like, so when this was happening in my life, I went to the highest authority known to me. And I am therefore passing this along free of charge to you, Mike.
Awesome.
Is that there's a gentleman in this building who's amazing.
I'm right here. Stop.
Not you, ding dong.
Oh.
John, my IT genius, John. How would you describe John?
Like the greatest guy on the planet.
He is.
So dedicated, so smart.
So smart. And so I told John my problem, and John said, here, this is what you need. So there's a multi-camera monitoring app called Blue Iris. Iris. And it allows remote access to all your feeds at once. Now, you do need a dedicated computer to run it, so just slap it on there. And it works with almost all your IP. Now, of course, you're going to want it free. I know, I can hear it. Okay, but it's not free.
Oh, no.
It's not free. Okay, I'm sorry, it's not free. And you're going to have to pay for it, okay? It's, I think it's like $60. One-time use. $60 just.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, $60, one-time use.
I thought we were looking at like $12.99 per month.
And then John took it to another level. He used something called a Rio Link.
I was going to say that. Didn't he use a Rio Link?
Yeah. Not Real Link, a Rio Link.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, I know. And then that's a network video recorder. So you can have all your cameras recording on your own little device without it being all, and you're not paying all these various monthly fees.
Is there a fee with that one to record it?
Of course that is. That's like $300.
Okay.
But if you want to have it done the right way, that's what you do. But otherwise, you can do it for free. Just keep going in and out all these little apps, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But when John says something's going to work, you know what?
It works.
It just works. It does. All right, so here's the deal. Chatbots like to use certain words. And so if you have these words and things that you are passing out, somebody's going to say, yeah, that's chatbot. ChatGPT uses the word utilize.
Utilize. It utilizes utilize.
Gemini, essentially. Anthropic, according to. That's right. I like big words, and I cannot prevaricate.
What?
Yes. That means speak evasively.
Prevaricate.
Ooh, yes. Stay right where you are. More of the show's coming up. If you own a home, listen up. This is scary. The FBI is warning about a crime on the rise. Home title theft. And it doesn't happen the way you might think. No break-ins, no stolen keys, just a forged signature on a single piece of paper filed with the county. In minutes, criminals can transfer the title out of your name, then use your ownership to drain your equity or even sell your home. The worst part, most people don't know what's happening until they get collection or foreclosure notices in the mail. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. When you visit HometitleLock.com/Kim, you'll get a free title history report and a 14-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, including 24/7 monitoring of your home's title, urgent alerts to changes, and if fraud does happen. Their U.S.-based restoration team will work to restore your title, covering costs up to $1 million. Don't wait. Protect your home and equity today. Get your free 14-day trial at HometitleLock.com/Kim. That's HometitleLock.com/Kim.
Introducing Meta Ray-Ban Display, the world's most advanced AI glasses. With a full color display built into the lens of the glasses, it's there when you need it and gone when you don't. Send and receive messages, translate or caption live conversations, collaborate with Meta AI, and more. Be one of the first to try Meta Ray-Ban Display. Visit meta.com/Meta Ray-Ban Display to book a demo and find your pair.
This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. Healthcare professionals can lead their careers with LinkedIn. Discover jobs by specialty, preferred shifts, and even desired salary. From mental health therapists to radiology technicians, it's now faster and easier for healthcare professionals to find the right fit. Learn more at linkedin.com/healthcare. Side effects may include faster job placement, improved work-life balance, and increased career satisfaction.
Let's see. We have an unbelievable scam. I'm going to tell you more about that. And then later on, smart driving programs with your insurance. Do you really want to buy into that? And what are you really giving up? But back to the phones we go with Lynn Marie in New York. Glad to have you with us. What's going on today?
Hi, Kim. Thank you for taking the call. Well, let's see. I wanted to ask you about medical alert systems. I have a lot of elders in the last few years falling, and I actually have an uncle right now in hospital in a coma from a fall that he recently had in the bathroom. And they didn't find him until the next day. So
that's frightening.
It's been kind of crazy. And I have a 98-year-old grandmother that lives in Puerto Rico that's had 2 falls. So the elders in my family are very independent. They don't have like home health aides coming in to visit them. They rely solely on family to care for them. But I'm like very concerned, and I just wanted to see if there was any suggestions that you can make in terms of like finding a low-cost medical alert system that they can use.
Yeah, you definitely need these. You do. And, and bless you for taking care of your family members like this and being concerned. And, and because a lot of folks, they'd be like, well, I don't know what to do, so I guess I'll just move on.
Right.
You've got everything from Apple Watches to help I can't get up type of life alerts. There are also probably some state and city programs that you might want to tap into too that can do some check-ins and to make sure that the folks are okay. When I needed to find one of these for my mom, I went to a company called Medical Guardian. And it does GPS tracking, has mobile options. But I'll tell you, those people were like Johnny on the spot. What I mean is that if I dropped her necklace that she was wearing, I would get a phone call. And they would be like, are you sure she's okay? I'm like, yeah, it was just me. Okay, I dropped it. She's fine. And then my mother would be sitting there. And then you have a similar accent to my mother because she was from Brooklyn. She'd be like, I'm okay over here. Leave me alone, And
so are you saying that the bracelet or the necklace was connected to the internet, and then once it sensed motion, that was what would alert?
Yes.
That's pretty cool technology.
And it's instantaneous. It's instantaneous. It works a lot like the Apple Watch, but the Apple Watch does one step further. If you fall and you don't respond, it'll give you 30 seconds to respond to the SOS. And then if you don't respond, it's going to send your coordinates to the local fire department. And so that this way they know exactly where you are. And then also will alert your emergency contacts. So the technology has gotten really, really amazing. And then there's still Life Alert. That's the one, the commercial, I've fallen and help, I can't get up.
The classic.
Yes.
Right, I remember those, yeah.
And so the Medical Guardian is like $30 a month. The Life Alert is $50 a month.
Okay.
So either one of those devices. Now, depending upon your situation, I like to tell people about Amazon's Caregiver program. And Amazon has the Echo Shows, of course, the little screens, 5-inch, 8-inch, 10-inch, and now 12-inch screens. And what that allows you to do is that you can say, Alexa, I want to drop in on Grandma, who's 98. And then she has a screen and it just pops up, and that's where you are saying, hey, how are you? What's going on? Just want to make sure that everything's good in your world. And then they have a $20 a month package, is that if Alexa detects that a routine has not been the same, meaning that Granny normally gets up at 9, she gets her meds at 10, she's watching Judge Judy at 12 or whatever it may be, that then they will alert you, and as well as she gets 911 help. So there are these different programs, and that Amazon program also allows you to share that with that capability with a couple of other people. So, I don't know where everybody's living, and I don't know what might work for you best, but take a look at Medical Guardian would be the first one, Life Alert. Of course, an Apple Watch if you can afford it, but like you said, cost is a concern. And then I got a lot of information on the website about this Amazon Echo, because I really think it's a pretty innovative solution. And thanks for your call today. Let's see. Mitch in Suffolk, Virginia. Hi, Mitch.
Hey, Kim, how you doing?
Great. Glad to have you on board with us. What's on your
Thank
mind?
you. I have a question. Can I use a Chromebook for financial transactions for my bank, brokerage account, etc., without antivirus? Just those institutions? No surfing the web, no emails, just that.
Well, you can. The thing about a Chromebook, and you know what a Chromebook is, right, Andrew? Just making sure.
It's an operating system that lives in the cloud.
Yes, and it's just there. It's just it's the Chrome operating system on a Chromebook. And I'll tell you the reason why I hesitated. Okay. Because before you consider doing this, what a lot of people don't know is that Chromebooks come with an expiration date. Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a 10-year window.
Or maybe less.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on the model.
Yes, and the make. That's why a lot of schools that gave the kids Chromebooks are like, now what? We did during COVID, we gave everybody a Chromebook to take home, and they're all dead.
So it just gets bricked?
Well, you can still use it, but it's not safe.
Okay.
So if you go to End of Life, that's the website, endoflife.date, and you type in your make and model of your Chromebook, it'll tell you whether or not it's going to, go to the intergalactic big bucket and bite you in the butt. So with Chromebooks, it is sandboxed. So what that means is that even if malware sneaks in, that it can't spread. They are always updating in the background, so you have the latest security patches. Because you can't install traditional software, the thought is you cannot get traditional viruses. So you can do this, but you're going to have to make sure that you never go to public Wi-Fi, never download attachments for anything, always type in the URL for your bank, your financial institution. Make sure you have an authenticator app set up. Don't use 2FA. Use a biometric login, and you might need an app for that. But, personally, if this was all my money on a Chromebook and I don't want to spend $20 for antivirus, I don't know if that's a good financial move.
Can you install antivirus on the Chromebook?
They work on Chrome. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, really? Just saying.
Hey, maybe he's a gambler.
That's true.
Take a shot.
It's true.
Roll them dice.
All right, this is an unbelievable story. Bethany Barron lost her cat, and then she went on Facebook and Nextdoor saying, hey, does anybody see here's a picture of my cat. Does anybody help me find my cat? So she went out with her husband looking for the cat, and then she got a call from somebody claimed to be from the All Pets Veterinary Center. The caller said that they had her cat. Unfortunately, the cat was hit by a car, lost a lot of blood, and needed emergency surgery. So Bethany looked up the phone number that she got the call from, and yes, it was the vet's office. It matched. And the caller said she had to send over $700 immediately through Venmo or Zelle to cover the surgery. That's when she got suspicious, because